you're done with high school, nini, time ya kungoja kwenda kole, nini, you're done your KCSE, what are you doing as waiting for the results?
So, a very interesting thing is when I was in high school, especially in Form 4, at one point I was put on, how do I put it? Ile unapatikana na headmaster. Yani unajua zile siku mbaya headmaster ameharibikiwa huko, alafu yani he's waiting for that last pin burst your balloon.
Okay.
So our class, I was in kwa stream yetu, I've been at the 3 streams. Kulikuwa na West, South na North. West ilikuwa ya machopi.
North ndio machopi.
Sasa West ilikuwa ya machopi. Yaani ukiwa West unajua nini machopi. South ilikuwa vichwa ngumu. Vichwa ngumu yani North ni noisemakers. Noise yani yes kuna watu smart nini lakini kelele ni wao.
Wao kwa North.
Mimi nilikuwa North.
Nilijua.
So I used to sit at my window used to be called the watchtower. Why is it called the watchtower?
The signal guy.
Bas, the number one, window comes a signal, and then why? Because my window you can see directly upwards kwa headmaster, directly kwa deputy headmaster. Ukitani hivi kidogo unaona staff room. So you can see every point, every angle. Okay. So kama una fujo unaangalia mwalimu anakupa jamaa mwalimu yaje anatulia. Ama at one point maybe just decide to look up unaona headmaster do jamaa headmaster. Ama mnaangalia depa. There's a meme that was going around ikisema unaona students wana dance wakicheza hadi siku umesikia depa amevunjika mguu.
Yeah, I saw it.
More sasa ilikuwa hivyo yani depa so that place of mine is called the watchtower. So this one day everyone is making noise. Nani anachangia? Mimi ndo nachangia hiyo story. The prefect ndo anachangia. So story imeshika, I became like I think nikakuwa kanganga mpaka nimesimama. Jamaa So at one point I am saying the story, everyone goes silent. You can imagine
Umetoka watchtower?
Umesema watchtower? But my back is towards the window.
Yes.
So mimi niko story alafu everyone goes quiet. So when everyone goes quiet, I'm like, jamani nini? So my deskmate just hits me. So I turn, headmaster. Amesimama kwanza, continue. So obviously now and then he goes, and you are a prefect. And you're doing, come to my office.
You reminded me, in Form 2, we strike against mathematics. And so the fact that then the whole class I was also a prefect for 4 years.
Okay.
The prefect is not. Now I can feel whatever you're saying. And you are the prefect.
Yes. So vile nimetoka hivi kwanza vile naenda hivi watu wakasema this time utetee because walikuwa wamezoea deputy anatetea. Sasa this time you huwezi tetewa.
Hii umeenda.
One deputy headmaster iko leave.
Sasa ni wewe na Mungu.
Ni mimi na Mungu.
Lakini hata Mungu hawezi kukutetea kwa sababu imeonekana.
Yaani unajua umepatikana red handed.
Na yeye sasa amepata evidence wa utaki kwa
position.
Sasa
you can imagine it has been building. So si nimeingia ofisini akafika akaniambia you don't look like you're serious with your exams. Go home, take 3 days and think about it. Si kama your parent wewe inakuja after ile siku umefika sana kuja now you need to come with the parent to discuss. So 3 days ananiambia go and think about it. So mimi nikafikiria 3 days. Hiyo ni break vizuri, ilikuwa ni Wednesday. So chakula Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Hiyo nika holiday, hiyo Saturday school, Monday. Only kufika karibu na nyumbani kanigonga madhe ya kulimu.
Kristo. Because ulikuwa unajua naenda.
Because my plan was madhe kifika home, sana toka job 5. Ukifika ukapata kijana nyumbani, leo umekuja mapema. So now it hits me.
Alikuwa anatoka mbele yako asubuhi ama ulikuwa unatoka mbele yake?
Aenda alikuwa anatoka mbele yangu.
So uko in the front.
I am sorted.
Ubaki na movie.
So I'm thinking, what do I do? Niko hapo kwa matatu. So imenigonga nimefika Baxter because tunaenda paka Barsheba. Ndio nikate ninge VOK. So nimefika Baxter and I'm thinking what do I do? So nimefika lights, kabla conductor anishuke. So I decide now I'm going on a
foot.
Natembea thinking what to do.
You're going on foot now. Umeshuka.
This is what time is this? This is about 11 o'clock. Hata si after 11. nitafanya nini? So nikasema acha nitembee paka showground.
And then the bad thing about now on the other side, your uniform, everyone could notice who you need to
so
you cannot run away.
That is sorted, relax. So now there's a tradition with all Alidinians.
Okay.
You always carry an extra shirt in your bag. Always. You never know anything could happen. Those time, every Alidinian alikuwa na shirt extra kwa bag. So vile nimevuka, nimeanza kupita kwa gari nikakumbuka uniform. So kaingia kwa kichochoro, change shirt. So niko na shirt ya black, trouser ya white ile shule, viatu ya black. Na kaka official walked. So my idea was nitembe paka showground. Hiyo ndio siku nitamwacha niangalie kila stall. And by the show ilifungwa kitambo. Nitembe kila stall niangalie, by the time nikimaliza hizo vitu zote ni walk back, nichukue matatu, nitakuwa nimefika jioni. So here I'm walking nimepita Kongowea.
Nimehit mama yuko live kwa home.
I says and my friend was brought up by a single parent. So my mom ni mama ni Simba bro. I think ningefika home majirani hata ndio wangekuja kunirelease because ningerudi. So nimetembea. So I reach this place, I see this mast. I look at this mast and I'm thinking, this looks like a radio station. So I'm looking at the sign, Pulse FM. Nikasema, why not ningie tu ndani, niseme, nataka ka job. So I know, kulizia job will take time, maybe, so I'll have somewhere to sit.
Hapa ni pale
Rockall Plaza. So nikasema, it will take time, nini, kitambo nikae, nifanye. So mimi nafikiria interview kiofisi. Nitajaza vitu, obviously ita fail and all, but it will take time. So see when I
just want to buy
see, official shirt and all and meal stroll. So I walk in, I find the reception, I never forget her name, my name is Rahma. So I walk in, Rahma says, hi, how are you, fine? So nimepata naongea Kizungu, kijana Kizungu, tuna flow. How are you doing? You're fine? Okay. So how can I help you? Why are you here to see? I don't know, I'm here for an interview. Interview, had you been booked for enrollment? So you want, what do you want? I want a job. Niambia sita. Kakaa, kaona magazeti, hiyo ndio siku nikasoma gazeti vizuri. So after 30 minutes, mimi nilikuwa najua it will take a while. So after 30 minutes, kuna Mwindi anakuja. Mwindi anaitwa Arif Manji. Arif Manji was the station manager of Pulse FM.
Yes.
Now one, I didn't even know the boss of a radio station is called a station manager. So mimi najua two boss. So he comes, hi, what's your name? My name is Michelle. Michelle, as usual, the name brings a lot of interest. So conversation. So for him, it was fascinating. Okay, so what do you want? I wanted a job. What did you want exactly? To be a presenter. Oh, okay. Have you ever worked in radio?
No.
Okay. I can answer the most dreaded question. So where did you go to college?
You hold in your mouth.
Nimefikiria. Sasa hiyo time bado hata sijui colleges. Mimi najua University of Nairobi peke yake, hata JQ at KUCC. Najua.
Haiko kwa akili. Unajua University of Nairobi.
I've just written these things using nimechagua mashule. So, that's the first thing that came into my mind. So like, University of Nairobi. Okay.
Where?
I didn't know University of Nairobi do media.
Where?
They go, media. What is this? So I can notice you, they're like, no, but just come in. So I can ingiza, nikapelekwa a place naitwa production.
Yeah.
So in production room, I meet this guy who years later I'll come and work with, called Elijah Milimani. So I meet Elijah and he was just doing something with Chico Lawi.
Chico Lawi?
Yes. Chico Lawi was doing NTV Sports.
Yes.
So I meet them in studio and immediately Chico is like, I love the way you talk, I love your English. So I was like, I want him to do a voice test. So the voice test, maybe you bring him to my office, then we see.
What?
So every time I move to a new stage, now I'm at 2 o'clock. Now I'm time in the end. Because me, that was my plan. Let's go for plan, guys. By time. That is the most important thing.
Because we talk shule 11 o'clock.
Because as long as we go home, the second day will sort itself. Yes. Let's deal with it day 1. Look at the 3 days.
Yes.
So now by time 2 o'clock. Time in the end.
Where?
So nimekuja nimepewa karatasi.
And then you went to a good school. For me, or for us, it was simu itapigwa. Yes, simu itapigwa.
Sisi hatukuwa na simu itapigwa because umefika nyumbani following day hujaenda shule kwa nini utajibu. So mzazi si atakuja. So 2 o'clock naangalia sawa. So I'm given a script to read. May I read the script? Kusoma script. Jamaa amebambika. Like, let's give another script. So I was given about 7-8 scripts kusoma. Me hata si complain because for me the more the scripts the better. Ukiangalia 3 o'clock, nice. So tumeendelea, so I think I finished reading the scripts around 3:15. So nikimaliza, these guys were like, so where have you worked before? Nini? Worked. Nikakija thinking, hata si nimetoka ya mock. So I'm like, no, I haven't worked anywhere before. I'm just fresh out of school. Okay. This is good. So Elijah takes me to Arif, and Elijah and I see this guy's voice is booming. Ameiva, you go 50 minutes. I've even thought he can be our voice for the station. You must get voice of the. And these are new things. Voice of the station. How is someone the voice of the station? So anyway, so he says he wants to listen to them. So because of networking and all, he can listen. So mimi kana sikia sauti yangu liko. Sauti yangu umeona sound fit. Inaweza. So nasikiza but naangalia time. Naangalia time na 4 o'clock and now we are good to go.
Yes.
So namaliza. So when it's done, it's like I like your voice. Because you've never worked anywhere and all, I've been thinking, what did you have in mind? So now in a time you are due, I had a chance of looking at their program because it is still a production. So I realized these guys don't have a gospel show. So then I've been thinking, your station doesn't have a gospel show. Why can't I do a gospel show? So for Arif, he thinks you've done your research. You've been listening to the station and you've realized in our programming, in our programming we don't have a gospel show. This is good. So I'm like, okay, that's a good idea. Our Sunday we play a lot of music, so we can try. We can try for a month. Let's see how the ratings will be, and then we'll check it out. So he says, leave me your number. So this was one of the biggest risks I ever took. Okay? So because how would you come for all this and you don't have a number? So there's no way I would tell them I don't have a phone. How will they get in touch with me and all? So nikapeana namba ya Madhe. So nikapeana namba ya Madhe. So we'll let you know. We'll have a meeting tomorrow because we have our meetings on Thursday. I'll call you Friday evening. Friday evening. So nikitoka, I thought, but now how will I know they're calling? So I go to the receptionist. Can I have Arif's number because he's taking my number? I didn't take. Can I also have the office number? So easy number nikazishika. We make sure nikazishika. So I got home. I think I got home around 6:30. So I get home at 6:30. Okay. That's Wednesday. That Wednesday. When you get home 6:30, I'm like, hey, madam, alafu she notices the brilliant, but then I was tired because
you've walked.
I walked now back to lights.
Yes.
Alafu nikapanda matatu. Yes. But sasa nimechoka, not body wise. I am called na calculate vitu mingi. Yes. Na calculate simu, na calculate niko na suspension ya 3 days.
How can you explain that? Yeah.
So hizi vitu mingi. So I get home nini. So baadaye I notice. Paka nimekaa chini sasa mimi naandika. So nimeandika namba nikaambia leo paka umekaa kwa meza unafanya kazi na Madhe was so impressed, yani anajua kijana
ameamua kwa serious.
So Thursday, Madhe ametoka, see you no problem, akaenda. Kaka home. Sasa mimi na planning vizuri. Thursday done. Madhe comes home finds me. Friday. So Friday nafikiria Madhe akichelewa akipigwa hii simu barabarani
itakuwaje?
Asitauliwa, I will be buried. Alive. Buried. So nikamwambia Madhe, mom si leo kuja mapema basi at least we rarely get to spend time together. Yes. My mom looks at me, this 18-year-old once, she was so shocked. Akaambia, just kuja tu tupige story pamoja nini Madhe akabambika, akasema sawa. Akatoka job 4 o'clock. My mom was home by 4:30. 4:30 akakuja kanipata home. Sasa mimi nimefikiria, I think I left the house at around 2. So nika make sure nikavaa uniform, nikakaa mtaani. So 4:30 natembea. Coincidentally Madhe akaniona, Michelle. Sasa tukatembea pamoja. Najua nimetoka shule. Kumbe mimi nimetoka tu home hapo. Think the things teenagers do. God. So we walk home. Sasa the whole time mimi na I handbag yake. Na ngoja kusikia ringtone. I'm just
wakati sema jioni simu itaingia.
So nangoja kusikia ringtone, sisikii kitu.
Wait, so your mom's phone wasn't busy?
No, this is what? This is 2003, 2004. Phone calls were not so many. Watu wengi were not owning mobile phones like right now. So haikuwa busy. So you would expect ni zile hata ukienda kwa messages unapata mtu akona message kwa SMS messages kama 7-8 because people rare, you know. So tumefika home, story. So mother decides to take a handbag to her bedroom and arudi sitting room apiga story. Itanisumbua because simu italia kule, haita work. So I'm like, I don't know what I said, but I somehow had a story that phone ended up on the table. Tuko hapo, so tumepiga story, catch up, na mjajua vitu zimefanyika, nikamkumbusha story ya trip nini. So she says she's going to cook. So ile anaenda kupika, mimi niko hapa 5:30 simu ikalia. Sasa simu kulia nikiangalia namba ndio hiyo. Nikaweka volume chini haraka. So I just get so mpaka sema, is that my phone? No. Uja si phone. So nimetulia. Na ngoja simu bado inalia. So I'm wondering how I will walk out with it.
And say hello.
So mimi nikachukua tu simu. Mama naja nikachukua mbio. Sawa. So nikaenda nje ya gate. Nimeshika simu kabla ikatike tukashika. Hello. Hi, are we talking to Mr. Otieno?
Yes, I am.
Yes, speaking. Okay, so we did a review on your your voice test, and we spoke in the meeting as I told you yesterday. So we have preferred, we want you to do the show that you're talking about. So in my head, mimi nilijua because in September, nikajua wakinipatia job, labda 3 months from now, so nitaanza sikisisisha I'm good to go. So the guys like, this is we've discussed it, it's really good. How soon can you start?
Yes.
So mimi nikarudia tu, what do you mean how soon? Can you start on Sunday?
Yes. Monday unarudi guess.
So I'm like, Sunday. So I tell him, I'm not around. Can we start the following Sunday? At least it will give me time to prepare. Okay. The guy was excited, and that is good. Even it is better, we can even create a promo, something is coming. We still promo in we must get promo, something a promo. Like, okay, no problem. Still promo. So I put down the phone, then I think. So rudisha simu. Baada kimanza kupika, anashangaa mood time change. Hakuna story za story tena. Mimi nimeingia tu sasa nikubwa. Sunday. So now I have, this is Friday. So I have like close to about 9 days before the show starts. So now I get to my original problem. Monday I need to go to school.
For the kids.
So Monday sinaenda shule kama kawaida. Hepa headmaster. Kwanza I change because Sky Watch Tower. Kaenda kakanyuma.
Because alikuwa yule jamaa na
so unajua akipita hapo, unajua mtu yote akipita na kuona. So anaweza pita kuona, I told you you have not come to my office. So kakanyuma. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So the whole week coincidentally here that week was a week of cuts. Okay. So so ako busy, prefects pia wako job, so upige round because prefects walikuwa wanapewa job. So unaweza kuwa unapiga round yako kutana na headmaster. Normal. So atupewe. So that week ikapita, kesi ikapotea. Hiyo ni kusema Mungu tu alikuwa anajibu.
Alikuwa na favor.
Here comes Friday. Remember, problem number 2. Sunday I have a show. So what do? I go to my schoolmates. Watu wa west for south. So naambia guys, Sunday niko radio. Maze sijaichekwa hivyo. Nilichekwa. Like, yeah, right. Mtoto wa form 4 ataingiaje radio? Like, no, I'm doing a show on Sunday. Like, yeah, right. As in, hakuna mtu anafanya story. So we did a bet. Mkaambia say, Sunday, tune in. 91.5 Pulse FM. Mkinisikia saa moja, mnanibaia viazi mali. Lakini kama mtanisikia, mimi nawabaia sawa. So paka watu wameandika, though someone was writing, Papsie ngapi, Tonny ngapi, nini. So kulikuwa na, if I was to lose that bet, ningeniambia kama 3. So still done. Alafu kuna wengine wale wakusikiza. So what happens on Sunday? People tune in. So people tune in, wanasikia sauti. So someone is calling. Michelle ni wewe. So
kwa ile ya msikilizaji.
So people tuned in. So now my Arifanji was listening. So he wanted to hear how the show is. So he's wondering, this is the first day of our show. This guy has more than 17 calls. How? Who ni nani?
We have to know.
But I think
And
it's
it's
short.
Sunday.
And it's Sunday, it's the first day. This is 7 in the morning.
Yes.
Mainly their ratings were pathetic. So people are calling, we didn't know the forest. So mtu akisema forest anambia, lakini wapi unatoka? Changamwe bro, sio Changamwe. Ni Kidani nini? So he's seeing anasikia watu from different parts of Mombasa. So the show was 6 to 8. Okay. So back forward kidogo. So I was wondering how I was going to tell my mom. Natoka kwa nyumba. How? Because Sunday is prayer church. So Saturday I tell my mom nimeona KCSE na karibia. So nahitaji kusoma. So me and my friends have decided we do tuition. So tunakutana mapema because hatutaki kukosa church. Akasikia story. Paka mtaki kukosa church. You don't have to go no. Church I have to come. So nitatoka mapema tufanye tuition 2 hours alafu nakuja. Sawa.
Sasa church ni wapi?
Church ni ACK. Mombasa Memorial Cathedral.
Right.
Service ni saa 5. So
you're sorted.
Sina shida. So first day paka yeye ndo akaniamsha. Changamka. 5:15 aliniamsha. Kaenda kaoga 5:30 nikatoka nikafika Pulse FM. Mimi nikafika Pulse FM. So nimeingia nikakaa na mtu because obviously I don't know how to use my mixer and things like that. So mimi my work was like I'm learning. Yeah. So the good thing is I'm a good learner. Unafinya unapanisha fader. Yeah. Okay, when you want to unarudisha. So ukirudisha automatic ngoma inacheza. Nice. So that Saturday when I finished prep Saturday nilikuwa nimepitia Rockwood nikapeana a few songs to play because they didn't have their gospel music. So by that time I really had a passion for gospel music while I was still in high school. So nimepeana muziki. So nimepeana muziki for close to about 4 or 5 shows. Wamezifeed. So they were so excited because when some of these songs pia watacheza in their mainstream shows. So Sunday first hour played music, naongea, nothing's happening. 7 o'clock, so tukaanza na phone call, 1 phone call, 2 phone call, 3. By 8 o'clock I had 24 calls. Wow. Tumemaliza show hivi, yani tunamaliza show na phone call. Like, hey guys, you have to finish because 8 o'clock news is coming in. Tumemaliza. So kushuka, station as in upstairs, so office is chini. So kushuka, Arifumanji. I'm thinking, wow, okay. So it's like, sasa ndo akanita kwa ofisi. When it's at office, it tells me, by the way, even weekend shows, on the first day don't have this. This is I like what you're doing. So I'm like, I'm not doing anything. I can no, you have so many phone calls. Are you sure you've never worked in radio before? I can no, I've not. Even if you do a research, you won't find me. Katafta. So it tells me, you have another nickname because Michelle is a bit confused because I was going on radio and said, this is Michelle Jerry Otieno. So I was like, I have a nickname. In school, people call me Lenium. Like, use Lenium. So going back to school on Monday, bro, mini superhero. Sasa, when I get into school, to get to for North, lazima upite for West, for South, alafu for. So ukipita kila class unakiwa tunapigia makofi. So other classes are wondering, mbona napigia makofi?
What's the problem?
The noise was so much, paka staff room, mwalimu wametoka, wanashangaa, what's going on? Mbona huyu kijana anapigia makofi? So I go to class, break time. Yani umeshinda bet. Alafu si obvious siwezi kula peke yako bea. So I became a celebrity that week. So Friday watu wanakuja sasa, msalimie huyu jamaa ukienda studio salimia list unajua zile salamu ilikuwa makaratasi hivi. So wadi imeenda paka watu wa form 3, watu wa form 2 wamejua, so people are sending. Sasa me Sunday I do the nikiingia so and so I'm requesting ngoma, people call in. So for those who cannot call in, text can't go down. So like it became so big. So Arif is wondering, hey, this is interesting. But now for him, the problem was everyone calling in was just a guy. There was no lady calling in. So it was like this guy is appealing to guys so much. So coincidentally, a week, it was week 3, week 4. Kulikuwa na science congress shuleni. So science congress watu wamekuja. So as usual at high school mtu anataka kuringa na mtu. So everyone will meet, msi yako radio. He does a radio show. Hey, wewe unasikiza radio? Patiana salamu atakusalimia. So ladies the girls wanaanza wanaandika. So niko na salamu za mademo girls, Town the Sea, Mama Ngina ndo walikuwa wengi. So now you see for Mama Ngina, because they're in a boarding school, they can easily go and listen. So Mama Ngina listen on Sunday.
Yes.
Well, they listen, wanasikia mmoja anasalimiwa. I don't know how they smuggle. Any news in Manka prison, they smuggle the phone. Nikaanza kupigiwa. I'm calling you from Mama Ngina. Sasa for Arif, anafikiri Mama Ngina ni Mama Ngina Drive. Not Mama Ngina High School. So they're calling. Numbers blow up. From around 6:30, people have called. So he's wondering, this day is attracting phone calls 6:30. Breakfast show 6:30 atuna. Sunday 6:30 got a phone call. Yeah. So what do? They decide, you know what, 2 hours is not enough. They give me 4 hours.
To 10.
6 to 10. So 6 to 10 still works perfectly for me because kutoka 10, panda matatu, enda church, kutana na madhe, mnarudi home vizuri. And all. As usual, every good thing has a problem. Okay. 1 month later, my mom anatembea kwa ofisi, workmate anamwambia, your son is doing a good job on radio. Kristo. What? So my mom comes home in the evening. My mom comes home in the evening. Nafanya kazi kwa radio station. Tonny. Usisikia intestines zinachomeka. This is it. But this is that day.
Yes.
Father God, take me peacefully.
I don't want casualties.
Wacha tu niende vizuri. Niko hapo sasa. I'm trying to act composed. Yeah. Lakini kwa kichwa. Zile sin theta cos nini zinapigwa.
I know.
Hapo unafikiri unakumbuka ile graph book. Ile inaitwa nini? Ilikuwa niyo graph book sio ama the logarithm.
The logarithm.
Logbook.
Yeah.
Zilikuwa zinapigwa kwa kichwa. Mimi nimepiga calculations kazi zote. So I asked my mom, nimeambiwa nafanya kazi kwa radio. How am I working in a radio? My mom agrees. I didn't even understand. You know, but you know, I said, this Sunday I will listen. Because she's... I will listen this Sunday because how? So I'm like, seriously? You know, always like, no, don't listen. Evil. So that Sunday, if I short and compete, I tried my level best not to mention my name on the show. Number 1. Number 2, nafanya show lakini ni kama unafanya your last show.
But wait. Arif alikwambia use a nickname Lenium.
Yes.
Your mom does your mom know Lenium?
My mom doesn't know Lenium.
Yeah. So already we change to Lenium.
But you know my voice. So unajaribu sana kuchange sauti and all. Even Lenium I was trying to say less. But vile nafanya show, if you are keen, you would think this is my last show. Because kwa nafanya show nikijua hapa isha. Mother atakuja hapa mwambie Arif, by the way, you know you have a student. Arif asema, it's impossible, show ifungwe. That is what I was thinking. So nimefanya show. Nimemaliza 10 o'clock, nimepanda matatu lakini heartbeat ilikuwa yani full speed ahead. Let me tell you, I was dreading nimeingia church hivi. Yani so nimeingia, we used to have a teens class. So hata hiyo siku sikuenda kusalimia madhe. Niko na gari ya madhe straight paka teens, nimegoja watu watoke main church na inje teens, nimekaa hapo na ngoja. So nimekaa na ngoja. Tukamaliza service. I don't even remember what was preached that day.
I know.
Mimi kwa kichwa. So tumemaliza. That dreaded walk of shame is there now to the car. Kufika na naona madhe ndio yule niko. Sasa najaribu kusoma, is she mad? Yeah. How mad is she? So nimefika kasema vizuri. Hi, how are you? How was our classes today? Yes. I'm fine. Kabla sawa. So you go for lunch? So tukaenda lunch vizuri. My sister's in the back seat. So sasa ile madhe bado anaongelesha mtu nje na the sister. Madhe msikize chochote. Just niambie sister what is going on. Madhe msikize chochote. Chochote kile. Anything is she mad? I miss Diona kama amekasi. You sure? Anaongea kitu mbaya. Kama friends. Tunaenda. Sasa tunakaribia home. Tunaenda kumekula stay bring up. Karibia home madhe. By the way, I listened to the radio show. Then she goes like, but there was an older man on the station. It did not make sense why they thought your voice sounds like this old man. Thank you, Jesus. Remember this conversation? When you go in shock, don't give me old man. Hey, I put 95.5 and I was.
He switched to Baraka.
Imagine. Ushaona yani ile
Hallelujah.
Nilikuwa na suit ndani. I think wow. So now paka life ikarudi. So
how was it?
How was the show? What is his name? I don't know, Roman. So the person doing the show, let's say I would meet him because I would work with him, and it's Roman Changao.
Yeah, Roman Changao.
So it's
Sam Makenda.
But some guy called Roman, but alikuwa anaongea Kiswahili mingi, anaomba sana, hata sikusikiza sana. When I go back to the office on Monday, I tell them it's not you. Yeah, so that was my. I went on, did the show. I remember now the most interesting thing, unafanya show Sunday, Monday tunaenda rehearsal, Tuesday KCSE. Imagine. KCSE was a whole month.
Yeah.
So every Sunday I was in the studio. Paka naombea students. Imagine, naombea students, best of luck in your exams. I know this week you're going to be doing this exam. I understand. For Arif, it's like, this guy has done his research. Yani, paka your exams in Nainani and all. Paka, I come back. Do you remember this question? Hey. Someone calls him, hey, question. So for, like, this guy is that the fact that I had the facts on hand, and as Italian people are relating to them. So, by the time I finished KCSE, I was being seen more now at Papsie because now I'm free.
Yeah.
So these guys were like, you can do English news also. So I started doing English news. Then at one point, Lau used to do a show that she called Brenda. So Brenda moved to Clouds FM. Yeah. So Lau was alone. So Kasema, why don't you do the request show with Lau? So I was like, yeah, I like this guy. He's a young guy. So I started doing a request show on Saturday. That was the first time I did a show with Chico Lau. So we did this and all. Papsie FM in Paka December. Then they started facing issues of money and all. Oh, funny thing. My show on Sunday, 6 to 10. Then I got from 10 to 1, Abdul Swamad. Governor Abdul Swamad.
Boss.
Yes.
Boss.
He used to do a Muslim show from 10 o'clock to 1.
Yes,
so Abdul Swamad was so impressed with the way I would talk. Abdul Swamad would come an hour earlier to listen to me as I'm doing the show. Yeah. So that, and then he came out like, hey, these facts, I heard you saying this. Kwanza time KCSE and I'm there. Give me those exams I need to wish them in because now see I'm doing the Christian prayer. Yeah. He will do duas and all because I'm invite come and share, come and in. So that's how we became tight pals. Okay. So it's a weird one.
Wow. And that's why I always love to understand the bringing up of people. How was it? Very interesting. Did you know DJ Lenium alianza radio akiwa high school? Alidanganya mamake anaenda kusoma Sunday. Yani, my friend. Now wait, listen. Time has gone. Lenium, how do we do this?
Itabidi part 1 and part 2.
So how do you do part 2? Because I have to release you now. Your time is up.
We can still push.
We can still push.
We can push. Yes, we can push.
So we proceed. Here you are. Director of the JP and Kazi, but it's okay. It's not our meeting, but we can push. Quickly, you are done with Umeingia show ya Santo. Umeingia show ya Santo.
Yes.
Na Chico pale, you pushed. So how did you exit now?
So December, as I mentioned, there were financial issues in Papsie FM, and Papsie FM had to sell out because salaries were delaying and all. Imagine, nilipata salary only 1 month.
Okay, hold, nimekimbia mbio. Let's come back. Hapa umemaliza exam.
Yes.
You are doing this.
This is radio.
Yeah, you're doing now this radio.
Yes.
Now you know, ukimaliza exam unaambiwa. So what do you want to do? There's always that discussion at home. When the results come, what do you think of doing, what do you want to do? Now for you, how was it? Did you have some discussion at home? Hizi 3 months umemaliza. Mama baadaye kuja now you are in radio, and in that, did you say now I want to settle for radio or I'm going to do different? So
when we were choosing careers, I had put in Bachelor of Arts. Okay. Yeah, so I wanted to do something related to that because I was good in humanities, and humanities you're pushed towards that side in English language. So that's what I'd put. So here I finished KCSE, and when I finished, now I tell my mom, by the way, now that I'm done, I don't want to be staying in the house in So I've been seeing there's this radio station called Papsie FM. I would love to go and do an interview and see how it would go. My mom's like, hey, you're sure? Would they take someone who's just cleared that? But it's good to try. My mom was so excited. She bought me a shirt for the interview. nimewa shati mpya kaniambia hii ni ya interview enda. So interview akaniuliza ni lini, nikamwambia Thursday ni siku ya staff meeting. So nikaenda nikadropiwa, my mom was going, akani drop kabisa pale Palsefem. Nikamwambia best of luck nini, mimi nikaingia. Sasa uzuri security hapo kwa security anajua angenisalimia tu na so security hapo security, nikafika bye nikaingia, signed in and walked in, did the staff meeting and all. So I go back home in the evening, madaka did it go, nikamwambia imagine mama amenichukua yes nikamwambia lakini anilipi because I'm still on probation, but wamesema if I'm good that mom's like that is enough. So when do you start? Nikamwambia imagine you'll be talking about Sundays, atumekuwa kisasa we're doing a Sunday show. What time? Ile time asu. What a coincidence. So bado utakuwa unarauka. And they imagine, but that is good. I'll still be waking you up. So my mom still wakes me up and she listens to now 91.5 on that Sunday. And now when I go on the show, creativity, the kinds of show come by me, first time show. To the first time people listening, this is it. So it's like it's the first time. So my mom anaskiza. So my mom, when we meet in church, my mom was like, hey, how do you get introduced for the first time? You were doing it like you've done it for a long time. You have done it for the last 10 Sundays, but you know, yes. I'm like, I tried. I'm better. I've been listening to Njugush from K Crew, and I was copying how it. So my mom doesn't know Njugush, but she always hears kuna K Crew. So at that time, K Crew was just Njugush and DJ Mouse. Yeah, but they call the things the whole team. Kulikuwa na DJ Oscar, who now stays in the States and all. So it was a group of DJs. Yeah. They used to be on Metro FM. Yes. Yeah. So my mom used to find, and by then I used to listen to Metro FM a lot, kusikia style and all. So she would find, and K Crew show used to be on Saturday afternoon. Yes. From 2 p.m. to 6. So Saturday afternoon, Mr. Kangi nje, niko na radio nasikiza. Anaona tu naandika notes, kama najazika. Sunday hizo ndo na apply. So that went on. December comes in. December I was told now because highlights, one of my biggest highlights. Stedman did a research on shows at Pulse FM. So there were 12 shows. My show was the 13th show. A very bad number, but coincidentally worked well. So the first month, my show ilipanda from number 13 to number 9. Wow. That is September. Yes. October, now with the influx of female callers and all, and now adding content and all, ikapanda from number 9 to number 6. That is October. November, I was ranked fourth show, the number 4 show in the station. And it was also being recognized by Capital FM, which was like a sister station to Pulse FM. So even now, on my show, I had adverts. Wow. To get adverts on your show, that means you have listeners and all. Yeah. So based on that, Okasama now, because you've just started and all, we'll start giving you a token, not a salary, a token that will take you for 6 months. Then now we can sit down and talk about a salary. So token is about 2,500. I'm 18 years old. I'm staying in my mother's house.
No bills.
2,500 ni pesa mingi. So me and my mother KCC. Yeah. So I was excited. Me just kuzusha. I didn't know you can even. So for them, later I was told I would have actually argued me ongeza pesa, but I didn't. So my part to 5 years. So December, end of the month, we did pulse parties. There used to be pulse parties at Mamangina. Yeah. So because it was secular related, hata wakuniuliza kama utakuja because walijua stuff. So pia 31st ni paro ziwezi enda. So 1st of January they say that they have this problem in finances and all, so they're selling out. So the Muslim community bought Pulse FM, which is now what we call Radio Rahma. Absolutely. And because we only had one Muslim show on the station, Abdul Samad was told we will run the station. Yes. And that's how Abdul Samad became the station manager of Radio Rahma. Fast forward, is now the then MP, and now is governor. Yes. So that was how I got into radio. Okay. That was 2004. After I told my mom the bad news, Akasema, it's okay, but at least you have some experience. So come May 2005, I decided, why not? Let me go and try Baraka FM. Okay. So I go to Baraka FM. Nikafika pale kwa station.
Wait, so this January, 1st of January, I told guys you can test station imeuzwa to nini na nini. What do you do till May?
You go home. Okay. You go home. Results ikatoka February. Okay. Results kutoka, nimepata C+ yangu. We're thinking what to do. By then it was either I would have gone for a bridging course in a main university. Okay. Then we came to learn of something. That time they had just introduced African Virtual University, where people were learning online, and the classes were being done at KU. So I thought, why not? So I went to KU, went and did a virtual exam, nikapita. So nikaulizwa what course would I take? I thought, I just did media. Let me do media. So I went, I did media, and I majored on print media.
Okay.
Yeah. So as I was going with the classes, one of these fine days, Kafika, Baraka. So getting to Baraka, same style to nilifika, but at least because I want to talk to the boss, I said I'll talk to the station manager. So station manager kupigiwa simu, ni mamake bestmate wangu wa high school.
Yes.
So it was so interesting. I come in, Michelle, how are you? Fine. I'm like, Mama Adrian. Wow. How do I even tell her now I want a job? And then how do I even tell her I had experience in another radio station?
Yes.
So I walk in and like we talk. Don't get that. I'm like, I wanted to get a job. Job here. So you just cleared high school. Like, yeah, but in the meantime, like, no, but I think my voice, I can maybe be doing adverts. So she calls production manager. Who comes in? Elijah Gilimani.
Mama, yeah.
So Elijah could meet. It's you again.
Small world.
Small world. So like, her name was Sheila Maina. So Sheila goes like, you know him? Like, yeah, I worked with him at Papsie. What? So she's in shock. Like, so she's still confused, wondering how is this possible and all. So she says, go and do a voice test. But 1,000,001 questions are running in her head.
I know.
So I go do a voice test. Nafanya voice test. I go in, Elijah like, sasa tunafanya voice test. Simi nakujua and all. Lakini, record hizi sauti yetu. Sheila says, I record. Tunapiga story. So like, because he left Pulse earlier. He left me at Pulse. So I start telling him what happened and all. So like, Sata Lawi alikuwa ananiambia, but then Lawi has joined Nation.
Yeah.
So by the time we come out, she listens like, these voices are good. So she asked, like, what can we do? And I'm like, he can't do a show because all shows are being done right now, but he can be voicing out. So she's like, so no problem. So she goes home, akauliza Adrian, wait, your discipline used to do a radio show. Adrian's like, wow. How do I respond? Like, mimi nilikuwa nasikia kitu kama hiyo, but I'm not sure. So later Adrian calls like, now I have a phone. Adrian calls me, my mom was asking me like, there's nothing you can do. So Adrian says, I'm scared, and that goes like that. So as time went on, I used to go to Baraka more often because sinatoka class. KU iko Nkuruma Road.
So you just walk?
I just walk, So I walk because sina kitu kufanya. So I walk down, nafika Baraka. So I used to be seen there so many times. Sheila goes like, I like the way you talk and you have creative ideas. I want you to be the producer of the afternoon show. Okay. The afternoon show by that time was being done by Masawe Japani and the current station manager of Radio 47, Yeah. So I became their producer. So Mimi ndo nilikuwa going and I find out nini. So as this goes, I'm also learning. I'm learning. So as this goes on, we became friends with Justice Makideo.
Yes.
So Justice by then used to do promos for the station and then does a weekend show called Off the Hook.
Absolutely.
So because I'm also this voice, he would come tell me, what do you think? I give him a creative idea. We go record a promo. So Sheila loves it. I like this idea. You two have a good chemistry and all. Why can't you two do the show together on Sunday? So we started doing the show together on Sunday. This is now July. I think a week just before my birthday. July of 2005. Started doing Off the Hook. So Off the Hook, pamoja, we started growing, getting new ideas and all. Show Off the Hook, ikaanza kubuild. Off the Hook used to be 2 to 4. Again, God's blessing, it was pushed to 2 to 6. Yeah. So it became what is now, I usually call the flagship show for Hope FM shows, because everyone who's done that show has gone to Hope FM, except me. Yeah. Except me. Why? And perhaps the director. Because we did it with Justice. Justice akaniacha show akaenda Hope FM. Then I started doing it with Anthony Ndiema. Anthony Ndiema. No, mimi nikaacha Anto. Because I started doing mainstream shows now. Mimi move. I started doing Drive Time with Alex Makideo, then with Patience Nyange. So when I left Anto started doing the show. Then he started co-hosting with Amani Aila.
Yes.
But he was an artist that time, was known as Davis.
Absolutely.
So Anto went to Hope FM.
Yes.
Left Amani there.
Aila.
When Amani Aila went on, then station changes and all. Amani left. The show didn't have someone.
Yes.
Then later on now, a guy called Ronnie came to do it. It's called Ronnie Mushege. Waidaka. So I started doing the show. But so many of the predecessors,
Yes.
watered it out. Yeah, so it was a coincidence. But for me now, when I moved, because of doing that show, my station manager was like, she felt I'm being held on one side. So she was like, I want you to do a weekday show. So like, hey, I can't do a secular show. Me, if I gospel straight and quiet, I'm like, no. Paka, she's told me, it is your faith. Because she was like, I am a deacon, my husband is a deacon in church, I'm the wife to a deacon. So I have to think of business and I have to think of Christianity. I can remember, I love your Christianity, but at the same time, what you're doing is a job. I can remember, you imagine, you want to tell me a Christian man cannot work as a matatu conductor because you're collecting money and you have to argue with people and all. Yeah. You know? So she showed, she showed me. She showed me a different perspective, which, by the way, is a perspective I practice until today. Because until today, the pastors' union, I think if it's not half of the 3/4 of the pastors, they know I do secular events and all, but they would still call me, Bwana sifiwe ndugu yangu, unaendeleaje, familia wako sawa, I have one of my people they're doing away. They would still recommend me over other people. And at times, there was a time I think it used to bug me. Why do these people still recommend? No, like you say, and I find a secular event. And I remember one pastor, good friend of mine, like Pastor Makoa. Yeah. Makoa came and told me, I asked him that question. I can, you know, Lenium, one, the fact that you're asking me this question even impresses me more. Because I see you, and I see the way you practice the word of God. I see the way you always, even outside, you still quote biblical scriptures, you still quote, even if it's not a biblical scripture, you quote men of God and all. So that means your heart is pure. As much as you're in a position where it is worldly based. And he gave me the example of Jonah. I can remember Habakkuk. Yeah. Habakkuk, which is a story so many people don't know. Yeah. Habakkuk was told by God. Habakkuk was staying in an area where it was sin infested. And Habakkuk was looking for a wife. What was Habakkuk akaambiwa nini? We have a wife for you. Her name is Haggai. Haggai was a prostitute. And you're thinking, why are you give me a Christian woman or a woman of God? But with Haggai coming into his life, I can change what, because if these people could easily work with, yes, anything is possible. Same goes with Jesus. Jesus did not go to the church. Jesus did not go to Christians. He went to the Pharisees, to the tax collectors, to the sinners. Yes, those are the people he was indulging with. So that's the same thing with me. And that is how I moved from Off the Hook. I started doing a show called Tiba Mombao, which was a drive time show. My first co-host was Alex Motleo, the current station manager of Milele FM. Alitoka Karudi Juzi. He's still there. Alituambia he's still there. But he's still there. He's still there. His wife. He's still there. Alex moved to the breakfast show. I started doing with Patience Nyange. She ran for governorship in Taita. So it was a growth for me. Went on, I left Baraka in 2010. Started working with Pwani FM. Then after Pwani FM, I joined Pilipili FM for a short while. Did the breakfast show with Chris the Bass and Chigulu Ngala. Then after that, I was poached back to Baraka now in management. This is now 2014. Okay. I worked in 2014 to 2016 as the events manager, creative and events manager. Then also doubled as the assistant programming manager until 2016 when I finally left radio. You hung the boots? I wouldn't say hang the boots because I can still go back. Absolutely. I just decided to take a stint out. Okay. Yeah, I started doing my own thing because on the side I do so much. I'm a DJ. I decided to push my career in acting. Okay. Yeah, and it's going well. I've pushed acting in such a nice way that I'm being recognized in so many things. Yeah. I think my latest project in terms of movies was a movie called The Message that we launched in December 2022. Yes. The movie was nominated for 2 Kalash Awards. We won 1 for Best Special Effects. Special effects were done on me, actually. Yeah. Yeah, so that's the latest project I would say, which is currently on TV, because we've shot about 2 other programs that have not gone on TV. But as of the recording of this, is Nia, a program called Nia, done by AR Films, where I play a Shylock. So,
Bye, son.
yeah. So I think my life is a roller coaster.
Okay.
But it's good things have come out of it.
Now, I think this is what we'll do. I'll need to bring you back on set. I know you're busy, but you just have to come back on set.
Okay.
In this short time that we have. But I think let me wind this conversation with the radio industry. Then when you come back on set, we'll proceed with the other one.
No problem.
What is this about the radio industry in Mombasa, or if I can put it majorly, the media industry in coastal region? For the longest time, Baraka has been on the egg, right? You've been there.
Yeah, been there.
I know how it has been on the egg. Then stations here and there happening, there's redundancy and all these other stuff. What is this that we can do or needs to be done in the radio industry in the coastal region?
First of all, I've passed through the process where so many people have gone through called redundancy.
Yes.
The time when I say I was done with radio, which is February 2016,
Yes.
we were put 6 managers.
Yeah.
6 managers were put under redundancy and 2 presenters. It was a way of downsizing, but yeah. So tumepitia. I would say Baraka has been the flagship of radio in the coast since the year 2000.
Yes.
Because that is when it was initially incepted, when it started. Lots of radio stations have come trying to mirror Baraka, some trying to create their own niche. But I would say right now, and this is not even a coastal problem, this is a nationwide problem. In the sense, media has changed. People are now going online. I don't need to listen to a radio show because I know I'll get to listen to it online. So I can even go back and listen. And same thing with TV. I don't need to go and watch KTN or NTV or Citizen or K24 live. I just need to go on YouTube and go on that live button and pull back 3 hours, 4 hours, and I'll get to watch it. So I don't need to watch it live, you see. And that's the problem right now. Everything has gone digital. You see, with TV and radio, it's still analog. And people are tired of analog. So that is what is happening now. Companies are downsizing, if not getting sacked or closed. So with media, unless the radio stations now start adapting to digital media, that would happen. I'll give you a good example. Why is NRG very relevant? It's because NRG will put, number one, relevant material. They've realized people want to see Tonny on station. They go and look for Tonny. Tonny, we want you to do the show. You see, whether you have experience or not, we want you to be there. And that is what they did. How did Kamene get? Kamene was just a weather girl. Kamene was just a weather girl, and she was put with Andrew Kibe. And it worked out well. Kamene's media, whatever, skyrocketed. Andrew Kibe's podcast is working well. You see, they've created platforms for them, and are just still relevant. Because every time they feel irrelevance is about to hit them, they change. Right now, what are they doing? When they realize what will happen, aluta. Let's create aluta on radio. Monday to Thursday, they have DJ John Family. And people are tuning in, you see, and they'll come up with new things. I love the creative team. That means they have a team that is working, one, with relevance. Number two is everything they do there, you can watch. So I don't need really to go and tune to look for energy. Me CG frequency energy. And being a fact that I love radio, I don't know. But on my laptop, I have a bookmark for energy. When I click, it will show me what's happening in studio. You see, so if people would adapt to such, it would be very interesting. People would love to do that. There was a station called Pilipili FM. Pilipili had the right idea. Unfortunately, politics happened and it changed to Senangu and it lost direction. But Pilipili would have been the energy of the coast. Yes. Not even Mombasa, just the coast. There's a station in Malindi called Lulu FM. Lulu FM is a Christian-based station. They have the same idea. And I think maybe with more manpower and more support, they'll get there. Because Lulu is still relevant. And Lulu is recognized even in Nairobi. So it's the same thing. I would say if radio stations would adapt to the digital media, growth would grow.
Beautiful. So allow us to hold it here. The next episode now we're going to discuss about, he is a chairman of a certain committee in the Mombasa County. We're going to discuss about now your social life, family-wise. We're going to discuss about the entertainment industry, because you're also big in the gospel entertainment industry, and also this other side.
I was nominated, by the way, I was nominated for 2 Groove Awards.
Now, those
2 years in a row.
Absolutely.
Yes.
The accident you had as a DJ, we want to talk about that. Then now you, the social life, family-wise, then where do you see Lenium on the other side?
Okay.
When he gets 85, when he gets 50. Because right now you're 67.
67 with 20 years experience.
Absolutely. Yes. So now, we are holding it here. So stay tuned for the next episode. Guys, this you can't afford to miss. You can't afford to miss. What a story, like Jeff says, by the way. Enjoy, guys. See you on the other side. At Maskani Hapo on social media, that is Instagram, at Tonny Omuga on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at DJ Lenium Kenya.
Everywhere.
On Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, as well as on TikTok. See you.
Yep.
So for today, guys, a very big thank you to Kishushe Studios, and also a very big thank you to Bags and Bags for always being our supporters. Asanteni sana. Enjoy.
See you.